the last time I was here, I got some bits done. I decided to pot up the potatoes and put in finally the second early, which was the Charlotte potatoes, and finish off the rest of the first early. So they are now in the buckets that were outside. And the other thing I wanted to do was put the leeks out. So the leeks are now out in the bed, and they're looking really well. So that's the bits just to sort of catch you up on. I have been away the last 2 weeks on holiday. Well, I haven't put a video out. And then the last week I just needed to catch up with the weeding. Having got back from holiday, the weeds have just gone boom. So that's a quick catch up on what's been happening. So yes, the leeks are out, and it's really nice to get down here this morning because having been away for 2 weeks and not seen what's been growing, it's the strawberries are starting to sort of get those little berries on now, and the gooseberries have got their little berries on now. So and then also the blackberries, I noticed this morning, they've also got little berries. So it's that start where things are starting to go pop as well, which is really exciting. So the jobs I want to do today, that's the jobs I've done already. These tomatoes, they're the Crimson Crush. So I'm growing Crimson Crush outside this year because of the blight. I've been hit with it every year. You remember my little sad face photo last year when I thought blight hadn't got us, and then it had got us. So sad face. But yes, this year I'm growing the Crimson Crush outside. Now they are blight resistant because I grew blight resistant last year outside and they still got blight. So I'm going to hedge my bets. But the promises are they didn't get it too bad. And the ones that I grew in the Polytunnel, I'll show you the quad grow setup that I had in the Polytunnel, but I had no blight in the Polytunnel. And it's the first year of growing in this Polytunnel, having had the greenhouse before. And I think the airflow was better. I think growing in the quad grows was better because they didn't splash the water on the leaves. So I think, and in actual fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use them again. And then in the next sort of couple of weeks, start putting up the Polytunnel. At the moment, my focus is to get everything out so I can get everything in here in. That's the plan. Right, let's go. Right, that is the tomatoes out. So far outside we have tomatoes, we have leeks, we have shallots, we have garlic, and we have, I think that's it. Oh no, the gooseberries. Got the gooseberries. Don't forget the goose. I love gooseberries. Now one thing I put to the garden centre because my runner beans this year, well, they have not done very well at all. So I popped to the garden centre to actually get some runner beans. So these are Cobra climbing French beans. So they're going to go in the main bit. But I made a mistake. I've accidentally picked up in the tray some dwarf beans as well. So I don't know where I'm going to put them really. I think I might put them along the tomatoes at the front. So I've got beans this side. And then where I planted the tomatoes, I think I might just put them in front. But the other side of the onions, because obviously I know they don't grow very well. So that's my plan for them. But yeah, it was a bit of a mistake, but I still have enough runner beans, which is okay. Also, in here, I planted some, I think these are the Blue Lake. Again, runner beans, but not, I don't think they are quite runner beans, but they're the Blue Lake, and they didn't do too well to start with, but they are starting to come back. So I think I'm just going to pot these on a little bit, just to give them a bit more room, a bit more nutrition. Now I've got the bigger pots for them to go in. And then my plan is to actually probably make a teepee next to the tomatoes for these to grow up, because they're going to be extras. And I do have a little space right next to the tomatoes where I can put them into. So that is the plan for them. All good plan. So these desperately need to come out. This compost is so dry. So I'm going to fish these out and pot these on. Take my sunglasses off. I'll speak to you. Having put my sunglasses, having put, just getting attacked by a bee. Having put my tomatoes out now, I've got some pots that I can pot these up. So, just gonna, yeah, look at these roots. They desperately need to go out. Desperately. And these are ones that just didn't germinate, to be fair. And then they did. So probably should have just given them a bit more time. But they definitely need to be potted on now. That pot is too small. So then, yeah, I'll just get these. I was going to put these out, but I saw I was watching another YouTube video, and they were saying about get 2 leaves. It was actually on Danny's video, and he was saying before he puts them out, he actually gets them to get 2 leaves, which I thought was actually not a bad shout. I was going to put them out sooner, but having said that, they do get quite slugged, so that's not a bad idea. I've lost my pot now. So yeah, I'm just going to let them get bigger before I put them out. I get so many tips off Danny, I really do. So, but he's been doing it a lot longer than I have, so he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. Danny, if you're watching, you know your stuff. Right. That's them 4. Just got one more to go in. Okay. There we go. That's those. There's 2 more that look a bit near, so I'm going to put them in slightly smaller pots. Just so that they can get growing. Here we go. I'll just show you. I think this is one that I accidentally pulled one of the leaves off. I'm not a gentle gardener, so I accidentally pulled the leaf off and I thought, oh, I might have killed it, but I actually kept it in the pot just in case I hadn't, and I obviously haven't, because it's got some really nice leaves on it again, so that's good. I'm just going to put them there. Having said that, I think I pulled the leaves off that one now, so I'm just going to leave them two in there, see what they do. But I think I've got enough of these anyway. So, oh, it's all looking very nice in here now. It's all looking very nice. I'm not going to put the runner beans over here actually, because they are getting nibbled up there. So I'm just going to keep these over here, because they haven't really been nibbled over here so far. As you know, a few of my beans have actually been eaten. So, yeah, hopefully that means they won't get too eaten. I'm just going to tuck you underneath there because of the wind. Don't want you to go with that horrible noise. Right, fab. So that's those. But yeah, it's all looking really nice. Everything's starting to really come together, which is great. What you want this time of year. In a few weeks' time, I'll probably put the courgettes out. I'm going to grow them in the beds that are just outside, but I am going to give them a few more weeks because they probably need to just get a bit bigger, I think, and then get potted on before I put them out. So that'll be next week's job. Brilliant stuff. So that's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.